If you've been trying to get a fly fishing cast that looks something like this, and you're pretty sure you've watched all the videos, you read the books, and you think you identified what your problem was, you fixed that problem and your cast still isn't working, I'm going to tell you why. I'm Chris Myers of Orlando Fly Casting Lessons, and I work with people every single week to try to fix problems that they have created on their own, or problems that just come naturally when you first start fly casting. And oftentimes it's very easy to identify these problems, much more difficult to fix them. But here is why fixing one problem doesn't necessarily fix your cast. It is because there's almost always a series of problems that the very first thing created, and it snowballed into the final delivery, and all you're seeing is the result, but you didn't fix the chain of problems that occurred. Here is an example of one of the more common issues that I see almost every week is the downward backcast. You've heard me talk about it in videos over and over and over because it's something I do not go a week without seeing. Every single person that I work with that has currently been casting comes to me with some version of a cast that goes like this. So the solution is to cast up here, and sometimes rather quickly, sometimes not. They can get casts that go up here, except their forward cast kind of looks like that and still didn't have the loop. If you find that you are casting down in the back, you've likely developed one or two additional habits you may not have noticed. Either you immediately start creeping forward, so there really isn't any pause, so it kind of goes like this, or you do a two-part back cast that looks kind of like this: 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Both of those things do the same thing. They bring your rod up to here, either directly above or slightly behind your head. Not back here where it needed to be, but somewhere right here, and now you're working with half a stroke. Because you're working with half a stroke, you either are forced then to do one of two additional things, maybe both of them. You'll either have to add a whole bunch of power instantly because your stroke is so short, which often causes crashes in the front, which teaches you to bring the rod down here at waist level. Almost everybody that I work with that casts down in the back makes their final delivery down here at waist level. One thing caused another, caused another, caused another. So you could get the back cast up, but once I do that, now that creates a whole different spot that I should be stopping at and staying at and not creeping forward. So not only do I have to change the way I'm delivering that line behind me, I have to change where I'm pausing. And then because that cast that goes up with a narrow loop with sufficient line speed, this cast unrolls so much faster than this one, which takes forever to get straight and usually never does. Now your timing is changing. That awesome narrow fast traveling loop has a much shorter pause to get straight than the one that goes down. So now you've changed where you're casting, where you're going to stop back there, how long your pause is going to be. Then it's going to change your power application going forward because you were so far forward when you did this that you had to just go from 0 to full speed right away because you had nowhere left to go. Now you've changed the entire power across that longer stroke, and then you're going to be changing the spot in the front. So a whole bunch of things have all changed at once simply because you redirected the back cast. And that's just one example of fixing one problem and how it had created a whole series of additional problems that maybe you weren't aware of that you were even doing. And simply casting up in the back, if I continue my bad habit of I cast up in the back and I cheat forward, that forces me to keep coming down here, which opens up my loop, or that forces me to hit so much power that there's my tailing loop crash. Why am I getting all these tailing loops now? One thing causes another, causes another. If you're not able to identify them yourself, it's a good idea to get someone who understands casting, who can stand back and look at it and point out to you, these are the things you're going to have to work on. Are you going to be able to fix all of them all in the next 10 strokes right away, put it together perfectly? Absolutely not. It is ridiculously impossible to put all those together instantly when you've been doing them a different way for a long time. So you have to break it down, make a plan on how we're going to address those things. And that's where having someone to help you who really knows what they're doing will make your casting practice much more effective. But hopefully you know now why. You're sure you got your back cast up, you're sure you stopped creeping, you're sure you did any of the things that you may have heard me or others talk about over and over and over that are causing the problem. It's often not just one problem, because that problem created so many more that now you're going to have to address and redesign. But when you take care of all those things, you'll be able to make incredibly long fly casts seemingly with ease. If I wasn't stuck in the sticks there, this cast sails out gently, effortlessly. You can definitely get to that point when you put all the tools that you need together. If you want to tune up your cast and you're going to be visiting Central Florida, you can come see me year-round here just north of Orlando, Florida, for a one-on-one casting lesson. I also offer video analysis, and I can show you everything that's going on with your cast and give you a plan for how to correct it.